Hey Glam Fam, welcome to today's video. We're testing out the Scott Barnes Aquaphor technique on my mature over 46 eyes, and we're gonna see if this makes my concealer last all day. We're gonna do a wear test and all that fun stuff. So let's jump into it. If you're new here, I'm Kristi. I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button, and without further ado, let's get rolling.
Put it bounce on the dance floor.
All right, Glam Fam, let's jump right into it. So this little Aquaphor technique is something that Scott Barnes, which is J-Lo's makeup artist, if you are not familiar, which I think everybody knows who Scott Barnes is by now. But anyway, he is so brilliant. He is literally my favorite makeup artist ever. He's amazing. And he used this Aquaphor technique in a recent Instagram post that has gone viral now. And I want to test this out on my mature over 46 eyes to see if this works. So this is supposed to help make your makeup more pliable. So if you apply the Aquaphor underneath, when you put the concealer on, it's not supposed to crease. So we'll have to see how it works out for me, but we're going to try it on the laugh lines, and he also did it under the eyes. He also did it on the neck. I don't really have any issues on my neck, and I don't have the actual Aquaphor, the one he used in the squeezy tube. So we're just gonna try a little bit on my neck with the stick, but this is the one. I picked these up on Amazon, and you can buy two for, I want to say $8.99. I'll put the price right there, but you get 2 sticks, and I thought that was a better deal than Ulta or Target or anywhere else, and it came really fast. I mean, like literally, I think it was like an overnight delivery. So you get quite a bit of product in that, and my mom used to use Vaseline, so I don't know if it's like the same thing, but I know that was her old trick. And if you're new to my channel, my mom was a cosmetologist, so I'm not positive if it's the same thing, but my doctor always told me Vaseline works for everything anyway, so I don't know. But we're gonna do the Aquaphor stick. So all he did was he just rolled that on this area. I want to try to keep this video really short, and I will check in with you guys in a midday check-in. Actually, we'll probably just do an outdoor check-in outside because I'm going to be out for like 8 hours today. So I'll probably just end the video there. I will just check in with you guys at the end of the day. It's like 5 in the morning right now. And I'm just going to go like this, and I'm just going to kind of pat that. He didn't do this, but I'm just going to kind of pat it, just spread it. And then we're going to go right here into the laugh lines. And we'll just do a little bit on the neck. I'm assuming if you put makeup on your neck, this is probably smart to do that. I am gonna kind of spread it around on my neck there. I don't know if any balm works. I just know that that's the one he used. So that's the one we're gonna use. Now let's put on the concealer, because it looks like he did that first before he did the foundation, and it's underpainting is what he does a lot. So I'm assuming we're gonna try that today. So we're gonna just put that on like this. Just normal. I'm going to do a very light amount of foundation too. So we're going to see how this works. Hourglass, concealer, cotton, you guys know the drill, and then my dose of colors sponge to blend that out. And I do dampen my sponge, just so you guys know that. I was asked that the other day, so I just want to make sure not everybody knows to do that. So make sure you dampen your sponge. Then I just take a towel and I just make sure that it's not wet. I don't want it wet, I just want it damp. And that's kind of the trick to not making sure that sometimes if it's too wet, you'll have like little gaps there. And we're just using my Hourglass concealer in the shade Cotton, because this is by far my favorite concealer ever. And I'm just gonna really take that beauty sponge, the tip of that, and really get into that inner corner area and just blend it out. I'm excited to see how this will work. I'm actually gonna try it on my eyelids too. I just remembered I wanted to do that. Just taking the back of the sponge to blend everything. I purposely didn't do primer because I didn't want to disrupt the Aquaphor. So I just did my Dermatology water cream. She's around here somewhere. I just used that, and that's it. And then my normal Dermatology stuff. But skincare this morning. Earlier, but wow, yeah, that looks really good. Didn't disrupt anything. He's right. That's phenomenal. You know what, let's try it on my eyelids just to see. I'm gonna put one in my travel bag just so I have it, and I'm gonna put this on my eyelids, and we're gonna see if this helps my eyeshadow stay. I'm assuming it would kind of do the same thing, I think. Let's do my Surratt, I'm just gonna kind of pat that in. I do Vaseline there sometimes, but actually the Vaseline can be a little greasy. So I think that's why this is a much better technique than the Vaseline, because it, you know, this is just has more stick, I want to say, like more adhesive. I don't know how to explain it. I'm just doing my Surratt Shade 2 Perfectionist, and I like to use this as an eyeshadow base these days. I don't know why, but I've just been really liking to do that. Then if I need any extra coverage, sometimes I'll just kind of do that. And I'm just using my BK Beauty A506. And I just take both shades from the Perfectionist palette. Yeah, that goes over it really nicely. I can't, I had to get another one. I mean, this is just already going away. Like, that's how much I use it. But these last a long time because I use it every time I do my makeup, and that's pretty good. And then I'm just gonna take the sponge and blend that out. And I'll just do the quick base while we're here. I think I'm gonna do my Rare Beauty stick. So don't worry if this looks crazy, because we're gonna put the foundation over it, just so you guys know. This one's a little bit more pigmented than the, I'm gonna just use my Hourglass brush, and I'll put it right there. It's okay if it looks crazy because we're putting the foundation over it, so you don't have to be as specific when you do it this way, when you underpaint. Taking the Armani 21 with my Scott Barnes number 63 brush. You guys know I've been talking about this nonstop. I've had this in my makeup case forever, and I'm like, I need to start using it. And then I started using it, and I was like, oh gosh, I'm obsessed with this brush. Especially for cream contour. It's actually like a multi-purpose brush, because this is, I think he uses this as eyeshadow, and I kind of use it to start my eyeshadow right here, and then I bring it into the nose contour. Just kind of blending with that a little bit before we go in with the foundation. I don't want to do too much under the eye. I was going to use this guy, but well, let's just see. Let's see how it lasts. We're going to take a little bit of this MAC skin tint from that review I just did on Light 1. I'm just gonna warm that up with my fingers, and we're just gonna kind of pat that onto the cheekbone before we go in. And I'm gonna go down the nose just a little bit. I'm gonna take the brush, BK Beauty 101. We're just gonna press that in. I'm starting that little bit of a highlight there. Just making sure we didn't lose any pigment there before we put the foundation on. There's nothing on this brush though. All right, now a little bit of the Maybelline Skin Tint. Just gonna kind of work that in first right here onto the sides of the nose and the forehead. At the forehead, I just kind of like putting Maybelline Skin Tint with my fingers. And I'm just taking the remainder and going over things. Nothing extra, just the remainder. Going down the neck now. I'm gonna take a little bit of the TirTir. I just talked about it and just did a video on this. This is kind of how I mentioned it. I pinned a comment when I did this video, and this is kind of how I like to use this product. I'm actually gonna use, yeah, I guess we'll use this same one. This BK Beauty A506. I'm just taking that into the sponge, and I'm just gonna kind of target some areas. And I'm just gonna take that, the excess, the back of my hand, and I'm gonna go in through here, just where I want a little bit more pigment. Just blending things. This way you don't use too much product. I'm just taking the TirTir sponge that it comes with. Again, tapping it off the back of my hand. And this was something I just, I watched the Robert Welsh technique of it all, and I liked his technique, and one of our beautiful Glam Fam sisters told me to watch it because I don't really watch other videos, because he had some good techniques, and she was right. But it was something similar that I was already kind of doing, but I was doing it with a brush. So I'm just taking that sponge and trying that out, and I like it. So dipping it off on the back of your hand first and then pressing it in, just like that. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, so just give me that little extra pigment. The way I demoed this was pretty aggressive because I just wanted to test it out, but that's not how I would personally use it on an everyday basis, especially because I just don't need that much foundation anymore. My skin is pretty clear. All right, let's set this down a little bit. We're just gonna set it down a little bit this time just to kind of see where we're at with the creasing. I just washed, I don't know what happened to, I have to find my Makeup Forever one. Oh my gosh, I just washed it. Oh well, we'll just use this pink one that I have right here for now. I'm just gonna set this down one size 2R. Give that a little bit of facelift there. Just taking the excess of whatever, nothing extra on there. Again, I don't want to use too much powder because I really want to see how this works with not using too much powder, but enough to make me feel good. Because I will use powder, so. And that's it, you guys. I'm not going to use more than that. I am going to take my Miracle powder because this stuff I'm obsessed with. I talked about it a few videos back, and I cannot get enough of this powder. This is the Sweed Beauty. It's a Swedish brand, and this is in the shade Light, and this is called their Miracle powder, and I'm obsessed with it. Actually, I'm going to do a little bit of contouring, and then I'll put that on in a second. Go in with Griselle from Surat. I'm just going over that cream contour that we did. Now I'm going to take my Sweed Powder. We're just going to dust that all over the face. And because it gets a little messy in there, I try to just get whatever's left over on the cap. Surat face brush. Just dusting that off, the excess. I mean, this powder is truly a miracle. It's so good. I cannot tell you guys, if you're not a powder person, you would really, there's a slight gleam in here if you look really close, but for some reason it literally gives you like a filter on your face. Oh my gosh, it's so good. All right, you guys, so that is what it looks like, and then I will also show you what it looks like in natural daylight without my studio lights, just so you guys can kind of see how it looks right now to where it's going to be at the end of the day. So I am gonna wrap things up here. I'm gonna finish up the rest of my makeup, and I will see you guys at the end of the day. All right, Glam Fam, we're back in studio, but I am gonna roll over into this B-roll that I took inside of my hair salon. It was a little noisy, so I'm just gonna show you some shots of what it was looking like at about a 4-hour point when I was getting my bleach processed, and it was looking really good. I mean, to be honest, Hourglass concealer always really lasts on me, so I'm probably not the best person to test this out because I don't have too many problems with my concealer creasing, but I do with my frown line. So I do want to show you guys what that's looking on my frown lines, and I have to say for eyeshadow, that was really helping out. That's a good little trick for eyeshadow as well. So I was really impressed by that. I did get my eyebrows colored, so I had to come home and kind of fix that up because I'm filming another video and I put on some lipsticks. But we're now at an 8-hour point because I already filmed that portion of the video, and I have to say, you guys, it's a really good trick. I'm telling you, if you have a lot of issues with your under eye concealer creasing up and stuff like that, especially for my ladies like me over 46, that's where the problems that we have is under our eyes, where the skin is very fragile and thin right here in our laugh lines. And especially if you have any type of wrinkles on your neck, I would recommend getting the one that he used, and I'll show you guys right there. And I have heard him talk about this before when there was an interview about what he does for J-Lo. And let's be honest, J-Lo just looks amazing no matter what. That's a pretty good canvas to work with to start with. I mean, the woman is just the most gorgeous woman I've ever seen in my life. So it's not really hard to make J-Lo look really beautiful, but Scott Barnes is so incredibly talented. Like I said, he's by far my favorite makeup artist out there. So I really liked this trick. Thank you, Scott Barnes, for sharing it with the world and all your famous little tricks that you do in your magical hands. He's truly an artist, and he is an artist that became a makeup artist. So that's pretty awesome. All right, you guys, let me know if you've seen this on Instagram and if you tried this out on your own before I even put this out. I'd love to know. And if you haven't, definitely try it out. And I do have an Amazon affiliate link, but I do really like, and I'll put the Ulta link as well, and Target and Walmart and all that stuff, wherever you want to pick it up. But that was a really good deal too for $8.99. I want to say again, I can't remember, but I hope you guys enjoyed that. I just wanted to make this short and sweet and say that this trick does work. It's right here. I mean, no matter what, I feel like it's a little diminished, a little less than what I normally do, because I did add in the TirTir Cushion Foundation, which is a little bit thicker. Typically my Maybelline just lasts all day without a lot of creasing, but there is always something right here. And I do have to say that kind of helped out a little there. So I'm not gonna say it's like the most amazing, like I have no creasing, because that just is not realistic at my age. I don't have filler, so that's not gonna help me out in any type of way. And I always do, I wanna try it again. I might do a short with a concealer that I know creases up a little bit more on me, but I never have problems with Hourglass. Never, never. I mean, a little tiny bit, like I said, but not anywhere near. I mean, I usually it's pretty darn flawless by the end of the day. So anyway, I hope this helps you guys out. Let me know. I love hearing from you guys. If you're new here, before you go, please remember to hit that subscribe button, click the post notification bell, join us. We're here every week, and we just love for you to become part of our family. And if you did like this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. When you guys hit the like button and comment below, it really does help push my videos up through the algorithm. I upload shorts Monday through Wednesday, so please join me there. Also on Instagram and TikTok, so I'd love for you to follow me there. I also have a website, KristiAllure.com, where you can find all of these affiliate links, plus all of my merch, Glamorous Life collections. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check out that video next, and I will see you guys on the next one. Love you guys. Bye.
I'm holding on, if almost gone. Someday